All right, just a little bit of extra content, as they say. Uh, you classic car guys, I'm going to give you a word of advice to not let your classic car sit indoors or outdoors too long without taking a good look at it. This car stays locked up in a garage in a dry environment all the time, but that doesn't matter. It's been an extremely rainy year. What do you get in the dark and in a humid environment? You know what you get. You get a little bit of mold. Well, I just started with the old basic white vinegar, and it's mostly vinegar, probably 80 or 90% vinegar and a little bit of water. And I just dug into the interior of this Corvette. This solution is safe for this is vinyl, and of course a little bit of carpet there, and these seat bottoms are leather. It's safe for all that. I'll show you what I'm getting rid of. You see this right here? You see that right there? It just started to get a foothold. This is a 52,000 mile original car, folks. Okay? You got to take care of this stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I've been focusing on the Mercedes, doing a rolling restoration on that car so much that I've kind of let this car go. See that right there? See, it comes off with your finger, right? Not a huge deal, but you can't let it go. It'll just take over the interior. You got to nip it in the bud. So keep a close eye on your classic car, guys, because before you know it, you'll get some intrusion, and you'll come out to look in your car one day and you'll wonder, what am I going to do now? But this is not a huge deal. I'm going to clean this up, put a little leather conditioner on it, get her back to shining the way she was, run a vacuum. I haven't driven this car not really in about a year. So this car has 51,279.6 miles. All original car. I bought it in 1997. It had 9,789 miles, as I recall. Had less than 10,000 miles. The original owner put that amount of miles on it up until 93 when he traded it into a Chevrolet dealership in just south of Pittsburgh, and there it stayed in the showroom undriven for 6 years. I bought it. I saw it for sale in a local paper. I used to live in Pittsburgh for a short time, and I saw that car. I said, I have to have that. So all right, I figured I'd give you a little peek under the hood here. We're looking at a bone stock L82 Corvette motor. I'm missing the little thing right there. Those are bad about rotting. I just removed it. Didn't bother ordering a new one. Shame on me. Let's see. Let's give a little tour of the engine here while we're waiting to begin our next project. Yes, that sticker is original. Clearly, this is a silver anniversary edition car, and with the L82 motor, so you get the finned aluminum valve covers. You also get a aluminum intake manifold. Yes, I did put some aluminum colored paint on it just to make it look, a little nicer, but it's aluminum. That's the original alternator, never been changed. Still got the original smog pump, it still works. I just got rid of the belt on it. I figured, you know what, who cares, really? I think I'll just get over my ideas of absolute 100% originality and just get rid of it. And this is the smog pump setup right here. It's really annoying when you're trying to mess with your spark plugs. I take that back. There are a couple things under here that are not original. The hood release system here is, well, poorly designed from the factory, and they're prone to breaking, to be honest. So I called up a hot rod accessories company up in Tennessee. I think they're in Knoxville, and I never can think of the name of it off the top of my head, but never fear. I'll probably put something in the video, maybe right here, and I'll put a link in the description below. And you call these guys up, and they'll custom make any kind of cabling or bracketry, man, they are fantastic at it. I had these guys custom make this hood release cable for a Corvette because the original ones you get, let's say you're going to buy a replacement, it's going to be crap. It will be terrible and it will break again. So this really nice aluminum, solid, with Allen set screws, made in USA. It's made in Tennessee. You got these nice aluminum bracketry with a set screw, and this sheath around this is just fantastic. I think this is stainless steel wire that they use, and this hood release mechanism has never failed since I installed it. It's been a long time now, probably 15 years. So the air conditioner on these cars is so it does okay, but it's not great. And so I put some insulating tape over there. So the evaporator box here on the air conditioner is, well, hey, look at that. It's right next to the exhaust manifold. So guess what? When it's 95 degrees, you don't want to drive this car. However, after I put some Ice 32, it's a little can additive in there, and I added this insulation, the air conditioner worked pretty doggone good. I was really impressed by it. It's got a little leak, so I probably need to charge it up. It's been like months and months and months since I turned it on, so the gas is probably gone. I need to put some dye in it and figure out where the leak is. But this is the second compressor. The original one went kaput. I have put R134 gas in this system, so you see I have the R134 fittings here. Let me tell you a little something about R134 fittings on a C3 Corvette with a pancake compressor. The way this bracket is situated, right? You see how close that is? So if you put, and this valve comes straight out like that. So if you get one that sticks straight out like that, it's going to be in the way of this. You won't be able to get your fitting on there to put gas in it. So if you buy the aluminum one of these at 90 degrees, it's just going to break. So find yourself a brass one. Find yourself a brass 90 degree R134 fitting for your C3 Corvette, and that will work out just fine for you. The airflow system in these cars has always been crap. These things were notorious for running hot down the highway everywhere. Hell, it just the airflow was just terrible. So that's the original radiator. I had it cleaned out one time, but it didn't really help. So I'm right now in the back of my mind, I think I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade to a DeWitt or one of those other high performance aluminum radiators, and you can get one in black, and nobody will know the difference. So except for the 100-point show car guys. The headlights, they work fine. I still got the original cans here, the vacuum cans, and these hoses. Believe it or not, these hoses they're original to '78, and they still work. All right, so I wasn't intending on making a long video. I wasn't intending on making a long video, but the air conditioner will kick on and interrupt your audio. So, oh well, we'll work through it. So, the original Rochester carburetor is still in place. I sent it off to Cliff Ruggles a number of years ago, and he completely rebuilt it, and it's all shiny and brand new looking, and it works. There we go, perfectly. Very pleased. The only thing was it took. He's got such a huge following in the Chevy world. You send your carb off to him, it's going to take 6 months to get it back probably. Anyway, she's a nice old car. This is paint. This paint is original to 1978. You can see these cars are known for what they call stress fractures in the rear section here. So those are original too. And the paint it's just old, man. It needs to be buffed out. It got some oxidation, and the stripes are a little bit oxidized there. And again, I've been concentrating on the Mercedes for so long. I haven't washed this thing or done anything to it. My L82 emblems are a little. I need to touch up the red paint on them there. But I'm really, in all the years I've had this car, I've always been very, very, very hesitant to do anything that takes away the originality. But I'm kind of coming around to, they were far from perfect, and they had quite a few defects, to be honest. So one of them is the cooling system the radiators really just need to be upgraded, and I'm going to do that. I'm tired of, running 230 degrees running down the highway. That's just ridiculous. Or 240 even. I replaced the brake booster. I forget when I did that. I don't know, 15 years ago. And the master cylinder, I think. Oh, I remember now. See, it's been so long I couldn't. So the brakes on this car were absolutely original. And when I say absolutely original, I mean absolutely original. I'm talking about the lines, the fluid, the calipers, the pads, the rotors, the whatever, you name it. So the brakes, I went through the brakes completely, and I redid them top to bottom. So, brakes is another story. They've got to be new. And I'm running .5 on the brake fluid. Now you have to really take your time and flush out all the .3 to get that out of there. If I had to do it over again, I'd probably stuck with the .3. So I'll give you a snapshot of the mold, right, or lack thereof. It's not there anymore. All I need to do now is shine up the interior and vacuum it. I've got some 303 in a bottle over there, and I'm probably going to come in here and shine this guy up. And you know what inspired me to start working on this car? I was watching Vice Grip Garage last night. If you guys have not seen his channel, oh my goodness, just go over there right now. Well, not right now. Wait till the video's over, but go check him out. He's fantastic. And he was working on an old C3 Corvette. And I was like, man, I have got to do, I've got to get out there and pay my car a little bit of attention. Oh, let's see. What else what have I done to the interior? Oh yeah, yeah. Back in 2003, I remember this well because we were about to have our first child. These seats, my cat got in this stupid car. The cat we had at the time, thankfully he's gone now, and he got in here and he just got after it, man. He just thought these seats were the best thing ever. So I ordered some replacement leather upholstery, and I reupholstered these seats myself. So, that's just something you have to do. Things happen. This carpet set, let's see, where is that? No, this is original. Oh yeah, and the carpet. This carpet and the one on the side of the channel there, and the same on the driver's side, that carpet is new, and the only reason it's new is because it dry rotted. It started falling apart after like 30 years. So, but for whatever reason, this carpet back here is original to the car, and it's in great shape. So here's a storage compartment for the jack. It's been so long since I opened it, I can't remember how to get it. Oh, it's down. It's under here. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, and by the way, here's a cool something for you. All right, you see that sliver of carpet right there? When these cars are manufactured, so this car was made in St. Louis, Missouri, before they moved the factory to Kentucky, right? So see that sliver of carpet right there? When they were installing the upholstery in these cars on the assembly line, they have a leftover sliver of carpet when they cut it. Well, they don't have a garbage can just right there handy, so they just tuck it away someplace where nobody can see it, and they stuck it in there next to the jack, and it's still there. Oh, and by the way, yes, I have the build sheet for this car as well. It was stuck on the axle, on the back axle, and I found it one day probably 20 years ago. I got it inside in a hermetically sealed mayonnaise jar. There's your jacking instructions. Usually I keep some jumper cables in there or something like that. And that's just storage there. And of course your battery. So, and this, and the shade here, it works fine. The rear window defogger works fine. Hey, look at that. Somebody parked an RV in the driveway. I still need to give, I still need to give Werner his tour. She's not the best in the world, but she's pretty good. Now for gasoline, these things are supposed to run premium. I think 91 is the minimum. A while back, I decided to run pure gas in all my old cars. So I can't get 91 pure gas, but I can get 87 pure gas. So I put a tank of that in there, and I put a bottle of 104 octane boost in there, and it runs just fine on that. My allergies are kicking in. I need another allergy pill. But I like a good BF Goodrich tire for a classic car. They're just fantastic. I love those. And more, this thing is dusty. Holy cow. Well, there's your silver anniversary edition badge for 1978. And that tag, that front tag is original to 78 as well. It's never been touched. If you ever want to see what one looks like, this is not an aftermarket accessory. This was on the car when it was new. Okay, so this car I'm pretty particular about. All right, folks, I didn't really intend on giving a full-blown tour of this old car. Actually, it's not that intensive, really. We still haven't looked underneath it. I guess one other thing that's aftermarket is the security alarm that I had installed when I bought the car in 1997. So basically, I'm the third owner. The original owner traded it into a Chevy dealership in '93. They kept it. I put a handful of miles on it. They kept it in their showroom as a kind of a "hey, look at me" type thing, you know, to attract buyers. And then I went in and bought it in '97. You know, when I bought it from them, they offered to put in one of these late '90s. That's a Pursuit brand car alarm, and now I wish I'd never done it because this is such a pain. So I'm going to take it somewhere and have one of these car alarm places uninstall it for me, I think. All right, folks, that's about it for right now. We have got a great big project coming up for this Corvette, and it's all right down in there. That's where it's going to be. But we're going to save that for another day. I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified whenever I release another L82 Corvette video, don't forget to click that little bell down below. You guys take it easy and remember to enjoy driving your classic Corvette.